Here we go. Well, I can hear the compressor running. Alright guys, it's been a little bit since I put a video out. I'm actually in a 2005 Travel Supreme. The refrigerator wasn't working. I wanted to take a video of it, but it was a big deal getting this thing out. I'll do an overview once I get this thing replaced. But what has happened is this is a GE profile residential refrigerator. The light inside the refrigerator here, it would turn on, but there was nothing else. The whole thing was dead. So I had to replace the control board, the motherboard, the power board, the PCB, whatever you want to call it, that's in the behind the refrigerator. Now this was a built-in residential refrigerator, so this never had a exterior vent on it, which means the entire refrigerator had to come out, obviously. So that was quite the ordeal, but I was able to get it done. And let me show you the board here. Like I said, GE profile focus. There you go. That's it. We'll go around to the back side now. In fact, I'll show you the cabinet first. So focus. There you go. So there's no access behind it. In fact, the refrigerator runs on an extension cord that goes to the floor. All very difficult. At any rate, here's the board. Let me get a flashlight maybe so you guys can see. So I don't know if you can see how burnt it is here. Let's see. Yeah, so at the very least, the board's bad. I don't know why it went bad. This is on an inverted circuit. Even the fuse is still good on it. Generally, really low 110 can really do this, or a bad waveform. These are some really nice inverters. This actually has two inverters on it. And I've tested the system out. It's got correct polarity, good voltage. So I don't know if somebody got a. It shouldn't even be a power surge issue because it's after the inverter. So I'm not sure what caused this board to go out. I'll replace the board and go from there. Replacing the board is pretty boring. Just gonna unplug and plug in some things and remove screws and put it back in. So I'll see you once I do that. All right, so I know I said I'd put this in first, but there were no screws, so it's just a couple standoffs, 3 of them. At any rate, here's the old board. You might be able to see it better. It's definitely got a problem there about the power supply, which makes sense because I took the freezer door panel apart to go to the controller for the ice maker indoor, and I had no power coming out there. So kind of makes sense that I wouldn't have power there looking at this board now. I thought maybe water from the ice maker, which comes down there. You might see traces of it here. Goes over the front of the cover here. Where is it? So you can kind of see there. It's not a lot of water. Thought, oh, maybe that was the problem, but there's really no water on this side, so I don't think that was the issue either. And you can see water wasn't getting there. Something just gave up. And it was this capacitor right here. I think that was the most explosive one. All right, well, got the new board right here. Let's see if this works. You never know when you order stuff if it's ever gonna come in right. Here's a new one. We're gonna compare it to the old one, hope for the best. Got instructions there. I'll read those later. Here's the new one. There's the old one. Well, I'll say this one looks like it has an extra plug on it. Hope that doesn't affect anything because there's one there, but that one wasn't populated. I think that's what they call it on PC boards. All right. Other than that, it sure looks similar. All right, let's get this put on. All right, look at that, it's installed. So I did read through the instructions, and this board is useful for probably a lot of refrigerators, ones with bottom refrigerator or freezers. So wanted me to cut some wires, but only for those models, so we're good on that. I got my ground just put to here, and then I'm gonna plug this thing in, and we're gonna hope for the best. But before I do that, I'm gonna have to put this control board back on. I took it off just to make sure I didn't break it. It goes right about there. Got that back installed, but then I decided, hey, I should probably hook up the door just so the board doesn't say, hey, I lost a controller. So I got that one hooked up for now. So now the next step is basically to plug it in. Should work right to here. So what I'm gonna do is check polarity here first. Green is good. Ugh. And I guess I'll plug this in. Here we go. I step on the cord, it makes it more difficult. Well, I can hear the compressor running. I don't see any fire. Let's go look on the other side. Well, all the lights are on. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it, it's flashing. It's not flashing, that's just the shutter. So I guess that's working. Don't want to mess with this right now because I don't want to burn anything. So now I just have to put it back in. All right, what I'm gonna do, guys, is put this back in the area. I'll do quick little overviews, tell you what's going on, because it's really difficult to do this and hold the camera. All right, so I got the refrigerator. The plug's going down through the floor. Water line's hooked up. I didn't point this out, but I got 2 furniture dollies that I put underneath here so I can move the refrigerator around, because it's right at the right height to drag it on and off. So now I'm just going to position it and try to jam it in this hole. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching a man struggle. Didn't even help me. Alright, so it's back in place. Of course, I have to put the doors back on. The manufacturer put 2 screws down through the frame itself. One there and one there. That one I had to break out in order to get out. And then there's a this goes up here. So I have to put this on first. It screws on, it keeps it from tipping out. Screws onto the top of the refrigerator there. Alright, to put that top part on, I'm just using my angle adapter to put in than it was to take out, for sure. Alright, you'll notice these screws are a little loose. I loosened up the back wheel, so I have to tighten those back up. You can't see what I'm looking at up here. Looks like that gap closed up. Okay. Looks pretty good there. Just about as loose as it was before. Put this thing back together. I take all the things out so they wouldn't fall out on me. Got all the drawers put back together. It's like a puzzle. I like puzzles. So now I just have to put this door back on. I left the top hinge up, so it'll just hook in the top hinge, and then I'll put the screws in the bottom hinge. Same for the freezer door and then hook up all the connections on the freezer door. Okay, look at that. I got doors on there. I'm glad I didn't record that. That would have been funny. Okay, so I just hook up the water line to the door. Just pushes in. Come on, you got it. You did it. So proud of you. Look at that. Still works. So it's all back together, and I just have to go plug it in and hope for the best, because I still have to try it on inverter, see if the inverter blew it out, because inverter tested out and it's putting out good power. I'm a little concerned about what might have caused all this problem. So just go plug it in. So Travel Supreme, they like to make things difficult on everything they do. So it plugs in the basement. So this outlet right there was just for the refrigerator. Let me go get the polarity tester and we'll test that out real fast. All right, I'm running on the generator right now. So this is where the refrigerator is supposed to hook up. It's its own thing, so at least declare polarity there. There's a basement freezer, I guess it works fine. And then this is for the central vac, and the central vac works. And they're all on the same inverter. So here we go. Let's go inside. All right, well, that didn't light up before, so that's a good sign. Light works. Oh, it just dims out really fast, slow. All right. So, that seems to work. So all those buttons seem to work. I just have to let it run for a while. It's like most refrigerators, the freezer will get cold first. I can feel the fan there, and it's cooler than outside temperature. All right, I'll clean up and let it run. We'll go from there. I know that it's cooling. I can definitely feel it cool in here now. Let me just try the door function. Try some water. Look at that, I'm getting water, so that's good. That function works. That means the last thing I have to do is turn the AC off, turn the generator off, turn the inverter on, and make sure nothing blows up. All right, AC's off. Let's go ahead and turn the generator off. Okay, now we don't have 110 power. This motorhome has 2 inverters. Because why not? See what the top one goes to. There's the microwave is on. No power here. Entertainment system's on. Okay, well that's not reassuring. I thought the microwave was on the same one as the inverter, or the refrigerator. Here we go. All right, so that one's on now. Microwave's not on. Refrigerator's on. Those lights are on. I can hear the compressor running. I'm gonna call that good. What I have to do is turn it off. And plug it in and let it cool over the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it's gonna work over the weekend. So I'm just gonna run these slide outs in. No reason to not run them in. Close the door there. Not sure why Travel Supreme likes those switches hidden, but here we go. Now I feel like I'm in a trash compactor. Let me speed that up.